Hi, my name's Miles Redhead and I'm a member of the SSG Training and Consultancy team, and I'm here today to talk to you about fire safety. Government statistics show that during 2014-2015 there were 258 fire-related fatalities in England, so we really do need to take fire safety extremely seriously. Current fire law requires that the person responsible for the premises carries out a fire risk assessment, and this will identify potential fire hazards, how they should be controlled, and what is required, including emergency arrangements in case there's a fire. The first thing we need to consider when looking at fire safety is the fire triangle. Simple principle: if the three elements of the fire triangle come together, you'll have a fire. These three elements are an ignition source, a fuel source, and an oxygen source. Now, obviously, oxygen is in the air around us, so naturally that's going to be present. But you can also find oxygen bottles in some workplaces, such as healthcare premises and places like workshops where welding takes place, and these need careful storage. Common ignition sources include electrical equipment, plant and machinery, hot works, smoking material, cooking equipment, and not forgetting the possibility of arson. Common fuel sources include wood, paper, gas bottles, and flammable liquids. Now, if these three things come together, a fire will start, and it can smoulder for long periods before ignition occurs. Once alight, it can spread rapidly, generating high temperatures of 800 to 1000 degrees C and large volumes of toxic smoke. Now, obviously the best option is to prevent fires, and this can be achieved by keeping ignition sources away from fuel sources. Ignition sources can be controlled by using hot works permits where required, only smoking in designated areas, switching off electrical equipment when not in use, and reporting problems and damaged equipment. Fuels can be controlled by ensuring flammable liquids and gas bottles are used and stored correctly, minimising quantities of fuels that are kept in the workplace, maintaining good standards of housekeeping, and regularly disposing of rubbish. Unfortunately, we'll never stop all fires occurring, and therefore workplaces should have basic fire precautions in case there is a fire. Most workplaces will have some form of fire detection and alarm facility, a range of fire extinguishers to deal with different types of fires, fire doors to prevent the fire spreading, and an assembly point. If you hear the alarm, never assume it's a drill or a false alarm, as fires can spread so quickly and you could easily get trapped unless you act immediately. And never be tempted to re-enter a building until informed it's safe to do so. Finally, remember fire safety at home too, as statistically that's where you're most likely to have a fire. In fact, 60% of those 258 fatalities were in domestic fires. So planning for fire safety at home makes really good sense too.